Let's talk generational players, and I want to give y'all the best method to find generational guys consistently in pretty much every single recruiting class. And I'm going to be transparent with y'all, man. Generational players, the first thing you probably think of, especially after this past year, Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams, those type guys that come in day one. They're the best player on the field, also overall wise, and then also gameplay wise. They're just the best player. You don't really get that in college football 26, nor did you get it in 25 overall wise. You can always have a guy come in and play amazing and be the best player in the field, but overall wise, you will not get that. So what is a generational player in my terms? We got to move the goalposts. I'm going to be honest. We got to move the goalposts to what this video game allows us to consider a generational player, and that's going to be a guy that comes around once every 5, 10, 15 recruiting classes. That's what I consider generational guys. Guys that, you don't typically see. Maybe a guy that has one thing that's crazy about him that makes him generational. So in this one, we're going to go over a list of players and how to identify and how to find these guys. If y'all enjoyed this content, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all boys. We're live streaming over on Twitch tonight. If y'all seen this, go over to the Twitch, tap in. Y'all know I got to be transparent with y'all, man. And I absolutely hate the fact that we don't have real generational players in the game. We have them in Madden, but in college football, we really don't have that Ryan Williams, Jeremiah Smith, Dylan Stewart type guy, that comes in instantly a star. And, what's the highest overall player y'all seen this year? Last year, about 84, 85, with an athlete move to another position. This year, might be 82, 81 out of a 5-star. Y'all let me know the highest overall y'all seen from a recruit. And let's get into the method, man. So, similar to last year, you have some stuff in here that you should look for every single class, especially if you're in a position where you could bring in potentially 5-star players. So, first thing I like to look at is, receivers. If you know, man. 5-star receivers, and sometimes you'll get a 6'6", 5-star receiver. This class, we don't get one, but I'll show y'all another example where we have a 6'6" receiver, and he is going to be what I consider a generational guy. Because you look at this whole recruiting class, look at all the receivers, your tallest you're getting out of every receiver in this class, 6'5" is your tallest archetype here, man. Look at 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. Your tallest is 6'5", even go down to 2 stars, 1 stars. So when you do see a 6'5" one, and they either come in as a 5-star or a 4-star, both very good, both elite. Even if they're not a gem, still recruit them, especially with jump balls being the way they are in this game. A 6'6" receiver, that's him. Definitely go after them guys every single time. They are phenomenal. And if you get them at a 5-star, they're super fun to use in gameplay. I also like to look at, come over here to the middle linebackers. And y'all should know about them athlete middle linebackers at this point, man. They're back this year if you do not know. Athlete middle linebackers, the issue is position changes completely broke. So it's not as good because you can't move them to any other position. They have to play middle linebacker for you. Compared to last year, they could play D-line, they could play linebacker, they could play safety, corner, they could play literally anywhere on the defense. But until they fix the position change situation, it is what it is, man. We're going to have to keep them at middle linebacker. But sometimes you get a 5-star one. I'll show you an example of a 5-star one. And this year, 4 stars in this class, we have a handful. Definitely, regardless, if you find a 5-star, you definitely want to go after these 4 stars because they're going to come in with the most speed and then also just the best overall. Like, bro, look at this. 90 speed from a middle linebacker, 76 coverage. He's a thumper. He's not supposed to be able to cover that well. And then you also get good tackling, 83. The one thing about these linebackers that you're missing out on is going to be your hit power. If you go after a regular thumping linebacker, hit power is going to be very good in the 80s. But here, you're going to miss out with hit power, but not the end of the world. I'd rather take the speed, tackling, and the zone ability than some hit power. So definitely identify those super early in your class. And one other trick I like to look at, man, just go position by position, and especially for quarterbacks, height is an easy way to just identify when you have someone that's different. When you have someone that's, 6'6" quarterback and he's a dual threat. Okay, now we might be working with something. In this class, we have, 6'5", 4 stars. That's going to be your tallest quarterback. And 5 stars, only 1 quarterback. But when you do see that 6'6" quarterback, okay, now he could be a dog. So just anything that stands out, I definitely go after, man. And the tallest quarterback in this whole class is actually 6'5". That's crazy. Because a lot of other classes, you will have a bunch of 6'6" guys. And then also, I'll even consider weight. Like, you get a dual threat athlete that's coming in 221. Okay, that's interesting. Like, he's a lot heavier than all of the other archetypes. And I'll even do, like, minimum weight. Here, nothing really stands out, 178 pounds, where the next guy's 179 pounds. That don't really stand out compared to this. That's a kind of a big weight difference. So that make me think, okay, let's scout him, add him, see if he's anything special. I wouldn't say he's anything special, but it's different. And even tight end, sometimes you'll see a 6'7". If you see a 6'7" tight end, come on, man. Also, I'll do the same thing with weight, just see if anything really stands out, nothing really standing out. So I'll kind of just go through position by position, even the O-line. You get a 6'8" O-lineman tackle. You'll see them kind of often, pretty much every class. And then also just do height, weight. And I'll kind of, like I said, just go through position by position, see what stands out, see what looks a little bit different, and then add them to the board, recruit them. And a lot of times, they're special. There is something a little bit different about them that makes them stand out. And another thing I like to do for every single class is just come over here to quarterbacks. And, if you watch my quarterback archetype video, you probably know about the running quarterback, man. It's not great. I'm going to be honest, it's not great. But that is because, part of the reason is because they usually only come in as 3 stars, man. Sometimes, in a rare occasion, you're able to get a couple that's 4 stars. So here we have 2 4-star running quarterbacks. The rest are all 3 stars and below. Sometimes you get a 5-star. That's why it's worth checking. If you get a 5-star version of this quarterback, I would consider that generational. It took me simming 8 classes. I had to sim 8 different recruiting classes to finally find a 4-star running quarterback. And of course, it's 2 in this one class. And I'm sure y'all might have seen it at this point. A lot of people haven't. But I went ahead, added them, and scouted them. They don't look amazing. This one is a bust. And, throw power speed is not in a great spot. But this other one, who's not a gem nor a bust, he looks better. At least usable. No, maybe not usable. The deep accuracy combined with the medium, short. But listen, hear me out. I am having the most fun I ever had playing this game with my Colorado series that we're doing live on Twitch. We're live streaming that. But I have a running quarterback, a pure running quarterback, and he developed 96 speed. He's the fastest quarterback in the league, and he's a runner. And I'm literally having fun. His throwing attributes, mid-70s. He's like an 83 overall. And I'm having a ball playing with this running quarterback because they get the abilities that no other quarterback have in the game. I think it's worth having a running quarterback just on your roster because you never know. You might want to pull out the option, especially with formation subs. Having a running quarterback is not a bad idea. Like I said, the abilities is what set these quarterbacks apart, man. I just want to quickly show you these abilities, man. So you get Magician. That's going to be improved pocket movement. Maybe the best ability in the game for definitely for a scrambling quarterback. For just anyone that like to run outside the pocket, this is the best ability in the game. Only this archetype gets it, man. You also get Option King, and then you get Shifty. We have Shifty on Hall of Fame. You also get Side Juke, and I know my face cam is blocking it. You get Workhorse, which is pretty much, a wear and tear ability. But all running abilities. Having a running quarterback on your roster, especially if you get a 4-star, 5-star version, is worth just having them there. Even if he don't play every down, he might play 5 snaps a game, but I promise you those snaps will be fun and entertaining. So let's go into our other save file with Colorado. Like I said, this is the series we're going to be doing live on Twitch. I just want to show y'all the running quarterback I'm talking about. 96 speed, Magician, Hall of Fame, Shifty, Hall of Fame. You get one of these guys, they could be a demon. Only 87 throw power, accuracies, not good. 70s, 69 to deep. I am having an absolute ball. But another reason I came over here to this Colorado series, because I believe I found a generational recruit, man. I believe. Let's look at our guy right here, man. So he's a defensive lineman, and he's 6'6", 270. He's a 5-star, not a gem, but, to me, this looks generational. 6'6", 270, 82 speed, the strength 89, but the thing that stands out the most is his finesse moves. He's a power rusher, and he's coming in with better finesse moves than power moves. Like, you rarely ever see a guy this well balanced, man. These athlete power rushers are actually very good this year, man. Compared to last year, very good. Get these athletes, and you just can't move their position, can't touch them at all. Block shedding is low. It's a little bit low, but it can develop as he's a power rusher. It can continue to get better. But for him to come in with absolutely elite power and finesse with that height and weight, I'm considering this a generational guy in my book. Now, I will say some guys you won't really be able to see if they're generational until you actually get them on campus. Like, this is the quarterback commit we have. He's a pocket passer, 95 throw power, 82 speed. The accuracies look amazing. 85 medium, like compare this guy to that other guy we just looked at. The running quarterback, not even close. But depending on his skill caps, he could come in generational. I really believe he could come in generational, and you also get the 2 abilities. You know, you might compare it to last year, oh, he only got 2 abilities. This year, they went out their way to make sure guys coming in, freshmen coming in, they going to come in with less abilities. So he's coming in with 2 abilities, and then also these attributes. If his skill caps, if he have elite development with minimum skill caps, I would damn near call him a generational quarterback, because he's literally going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league with elite development, bare minimum skill caps. But we won't be able to see this until he actually commits, or he committed, but until we get into the next season and we get him on campus to see his skill caps. So I hopped into another dynasty where we found a 5-star athlete thumping linebacker. He's not a gem, but attributes look amazing. 89 speed, 88 tackling, good zone coverage. Look at the man coverage. 79 man coverage, 75 zone. Like, I think sometimes we might take like a 79 attribute for granted, but for when that's man coverage for a linebacker that weighs 244, you know, I think that's elite. That's generational. When you look at another athlete linebacker right here, he's a gem. This is a gem athlete linebacker. The man coverage is 64 now. Look at the drop off, man. Look at the drop off. So that's what I talk about. That's what I'm talking about when I say you have a generational guy, man. 5-star athlete thumper. Don't consider him a gem, but the attributes just look amazing. Like, compared to this guy, you're sacrificing 1 speed, but you're getting so much more man coverage. You're getting so much more play recognition. Like, I'm going after this guy every single time, and I promise you he's probably going to have star or elite development with very good skill caps. And guess what we also found, man? I had to go through like 20 recruiting classes to find all these players. It took a while, but we also found the 6'6", 5-star athlete receiver, man. Come on. It took us a little minute. Of course he's a gem, because why wouldn't he be, man? The speed is not as good as last year. Last year, they used to come in like 94, 95 speed, but we all know speed is nerf. So 91 speed on a 6'6" receiver, you cannot complain about that one bit, bro. You literally cannot complain about that. 91 spectacular catch, that continue to go up. His archetype is a contested specialist, by the way. Also, route running, not in a bad spot. 81 short, 79 medium, great release. He got 50 on silver already. It should be platinum. But no, good catching as well. And I mean, this is literally a generational guy. And you can identify this stuff day one with your recruiting class just by looking to see what stands out. Okay, you know the 6'6" receiver, you know the athlete middle linebacker, you know the pure runner, but just look at other archetypes. Sometimes you'll get a super tall corner, maybe you'll get a corner that weighs a lot. Go ahead and scout that, and you might find something interesting. He might come in with a crazy strength. So like I said, my version of generational is just something you don't see that often in this game, man. And it's unfortunate we don't get like a true version of generational, like I said, the Ryan Williams type, or, you know, Jeremiah Smith. It's a shame we don't really get that. So we gotta take what we could get here. And I'm sure it's a generational running back out there also. Like last year, y'all remember them power backs that used to come in with like 95, 96 speed? Those was like damn near generational. I'm sure it's a version of that, man. The contact seeker. I'm sure if you go through, you could find one eventually. We just haven't found it yet. But that's going to be my list of generational guys. Like I said, I want to show y'all a couple, show y'all how they look, how to find them. Please let me know any down below. Anything I missed, any generational guys y'all seen, fastest speed. Someone said they seen a 99 speed corner. I don't know. I'm calling cap, man. I have yet to see a 99 speed recruit at all in this game coming out of high school. But if y'all have, let me know down below. Other than that, appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, and we're on to the next one.